What's up everybody? Welcome back to the Art of Crypto, the birthplace of absolutely legendary gains. In this video, we are going to take a look at Ethereum and figure out exactly if Ethereum is going to start dumping or is it going to start pumping. If you want to figure out exactly which levels to pay attention to on Ethereum, you're going to want to watch till the end of this video. But immediately before I dive right into it, make sure you follow me on Twitter at _the Art of Crypto. If you haven't already done so, this is where I'm sharing insights and anything that I might be looking at that I am not able to share on YouTube due to time constraints, because it takes a while to make a video. So make sure you follow my Twitter for the latest market updates. So right now, Ethereum. If you know anything about liquidity and how the markets work, then you would have saw this move by Ethereum coming, right? Notice how the price of this 4-hourly wick, right? It wicked just a tiny bit above this level, right? Just a tiny bit above this level if you pay attention to it. This is called a liquidity purge, right? I want you to visualize the markets in this way. When order flow, and basically order flow just means trend, right? When the trend is bullish, you will always attack previous highs, because imagine if you were going short on Ethereum, for example, right? Where would you realistically put your stop loss? I would assume somewhere about here, somewhere above the previous swing highs, right? Or maybe you put it above so-called points of resistance, right? For example, you might see that the price got rejected here, so this might have been so-called resistance for you. And I want you to just notice how the price always seems to wick just a tiny bit above so-called resistance before, you like going down, right? And this is called a liquidity purge, because by liquidity, what I mean is that most people is going to set their stop loss right above that level. And what does that mean? It means that there is a cluster of liquidity, right? And if you were to take out, if you were to just go above this level just a tiny bit, you would you would trigger a lot of stop losses at once. And that's why you always see moves like this, where you take out the liquidity before dumping, right? So I hope that changes your perspective a little bit about traditional support and resistance. And I hope you learn to see these things coming before they happen, right? Because this thing happens like clockwork, always happens. And it is something that I predict on the regular. So if you haven't already watched my previous video that I made yesterday, you will figure out exactly where Bitcoin is going to try to reach for. And I don't believe that Bitcoin is done yet, but for now, we are going to focus on Ethereum. So Ethereum, the key level that you are immediately going to want to pay attention to is going to be this level at 3960, right? 3960. Now, this is a key support, this is a key level of resistance, right? I know I just talked about how resistance doesn't work just now, but this is on the daily chart at least, or even on the weekly chart. If you just go onto the weekly chart, you can see that, you might not see it on the weekly chart actually. So on the daily chart, you can see that every time the price reached around this level, it always, there was always some kind of a reaction, right? Support here, you got rejected here. At the moment, you just got rejected here, right? It might not be a very hard rejection, but nonetheless, this level still provides some kind of a reaction to, the price. And you always want to pay attention to levels like these, where price always seems to have a reaction on it. So at the moment, in order for Ethereum to remain bullish, you want to see Ethereum break above this level right here, and it would indicate that it is going to go back to 4K to take out the previous highs here, right? Pay attention that the liquidity above this level has not yet been cleared. So as long as the order flow, and basically just means trend, as long as the trend remains bullish, and if you are able to break above this level and flip it as support, there is a very, very good chance you are immediately going to pump to 4K, because this is the path of least resistance, right? Price is always drawn to areas of high liquidity. And maybe after you revert, right, after you take out the stops above here, after you take out the liquidity above here, then the liquidity might be concentrated down here, right? Because you're going to have anyone who's going long, they're going to set your stop losses, preferably, presumably somewhere below here. So this is just going to be a couple of things that you want to pay attention to. Now, in the event that Ethereum does dump over the course of the weekend, or maybe over the next week, I don't know, then you are going to want to look for this level right here at 3175 to 3100-ish, right? I'm even going to add one more level at 3050, right? In the event that you do get a dump, then this is going to be the block that you want to pay attention to. Now, I don't know if you guys watch my videos back during a couple of months ago, right? I was talking the entire time that this would be a very good block to start buying in on Ethereum. And for those of you who were following my videos, I really hope you did buy around this area. I know a lot of people were being super, super bearish, but sometimes you just gotta have a plan and carry out the plan, right? Remember, I called Ethereum somewhere about 2650, and if you just take a look at my Twitter, this is exactly the entry that I got. At the moment, I'm still keeping this position open because I do believe that Ethereum, as long as it breaks above this level, is going to retest 4K. And if it retests 4K, this is going to be very close to be basically a 2x trade, right? 2680, probably like 50-60%, but either way, that was a brilliant snipe, and I really hope you guys took it with me, because that is some really good money right there. So based on, like, you know how the previous time when I was talking about how this level would be super key in the event that we do fall into it, and I was talking about this pretty much like a month before it got here. Right now, I'm telling you again that this level between 31.75 to about 29.50 is going to be the next key level that you're going to want to pay attention to in the event that Ethereum does dump all the way down here. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if you are going to buy Ethereum anywhere, I wouldn't necessarily recommend buying it anywhere above, anywhere above those levels, right? You can go in just like a tiny bit, you can go in a little bit lighter, but the heaviest positions are going to be built around this area in the event that you do get it. And these levels are going to be 31.75, 3100, 30.50, and 29.50. Now, again, I just want to reiterate, by the time that Ethereum gets to these levels, it could be a month away, it could be 2 months away, it could be never. But in the event that it does, this is going to be the key levels that you are going to want to watch out for. This area right here is what you call a bullish order block, and just think of it as areas where institutions and algorithms like to push the price between in order to, just fool everyone, right? Anyone who hasn't learned about order blocks and liquidity probably is not going to understand this, and neither will I try to explain it in this video. But all you have to understand is that in the event that Ethereum does break above this level right here, I do believe that it is going to reach for 4K, and even if it does not reach for 4K, it is going to at least go to 38.30. So that is going to be the next level of resistance. So right now, before I get into the next piece of data that I want to share with you guys, if you have been finding this video helpful so far and maybe you've learned a thing or two, it is going to help me so much if you could just drop a like button. It is a small gesture, but it really helps me out a lot. So right now, we are going to take a look at funding rates, because I always like talking about funding rates, because funding rates is sort of like the thing that I pay attention to determine if the market is about to experience a crash. And whenever all of these altcoins, you can see that at the moment, altcoins are hovering around 0.05 on average. And in the event that altcoins does get to like 0.1% on funding rates, I'm really going to want you guys to be careful. At the moment, funding rate is getting higher and higher every day, but it is not high enough that we might be concerned yet. However, once you get close to 0.1% on funding rate, I really want you to be careful, because it means that a majority of people are going long on, said altcoins and perhaps every coin. And you understand, right? After I've just told you about liquidity, that if the majority of people are going long, then there's going to be a lot of liquidity down below, because you know that if the price just falls like 20%, then the majority of people are going to get taken out. So I do predict that this is going to happen sometime next week, probably at October 14, right, to 15 or 16. And fun fact, October 16 is actually my birthday. So let's hope that, maybe it'll happen on the 16th, and, lucky day, I guess. But otherwise, at the moment, funding rate is still looking okay, right? It's not dangerous yet, but it is getting up there. And if it continues to pump, then I do expect a liquidation event, right? Remember this move right here by Ethereum? No, was it this move? Yeah, this move right here and this move right here. A week before to 2 weeks before, I was already warning everyone that, hey, funding rates are getting really high for comfort, and there is a chance that, in fact, there is a very good chance that there is going to be a liquidation event happening, and it is exactly what we got. So just make sure you keep that in mind. And just another piece of data, man. This is such exciting times, right? This chart right now that I'm looking at is the total market cap of crypto, period, right? And I want you to just pay attention. Let me just remove all the drawings. Look at where the price is sitting at right now, right? It is very close to the previous all-time high back in May. And these are exciting times. It means that money is flowing into crypto like never before. And in the event that this trend continues, then I do believe that not only Bitcoin is going to form a new all-time high, but all the coins, like all other crypto, is going to follow as well. So absolutely exciting times. And if you just want the latest market updates, maybe you find yourself getting confused a lot and not knowing what to do today, not knowing what to do tomorrow, then you are really going to want to consider joining the private Discord group. Over here, more so than on YouTube and Twitter, I'm sharing all the latest market updates, as well as a daily Bitcoin analysis and just anything that you need to know during, every single day, so that you are able to make informed investment decisions. Not only that, but you're going to get access to all the trades that I'm calling as well, and we are pretty much making money every single day, and let's just say that this group is going to pay itself off really quickly. And as a bonus, you're also going to get access to the trading education, where I lay down everything that I have learned over the years, and this is where you're going to figure out what works and discard 90% of the things that don't work. So if this is something that you are interested in, make sure you check out the link in the description. But for now, let me get into the bonus trading setup of the day, and this is going to be on GRT. Now I just want you to draw this with me, right? I want you to pay attention to this. Oh, disable drawings. So over here right now, I want you to mark down this level at 0.722, right? At the moment you have already gotten the breakout, but if you do get a bullish retest, something like this, then this is going to be the level that you are going to want to buy at 0.722. Now I do believe that GRT along with DeFi Perp, let me just take a look at DeFi Perp, is absolutely ready to move, right? You're getting sort of a consolidation pattern, and GRT is a part of DeFi, and at least I think so. I'm not too particularly sure. Right? Oftentimes I trade coins because, you know, it looks good on the technical perspective, right? I might not know what coin it is, but hey, you know, you trade what the charts are telling you. But anyways, GRT, you absolutely want to pay attention to this level right here. If you get a breakout, then yeah, sure, buy the breakout. Or if you get a bullish retest, buy that, because you can set your stop loss literally right below this level, right? I would set it somewhere about 0.7 because this is below previous swing lows. And you know that if you do get, like, if these swing lows get taken out, it means that order flow might not be as bullish as you think, because when order flow is bullish, these lows become protected. And just to explain what that means, basically, imagine if you were an institution, or maybe a hedge fund, or maybe algorithms, and you went long somewhere about here, right? Chances are you're not gonna, like, you hold all the buying power, right? Your position sizes range in the millions to hundreds of millions, potentially billions. And assuming you had that much money to play with, would you realistically allow the price to come back down to put your position into a negative or to stop you out? I would assume not. So in that case, this low becomes protected. It means that the institutions will not allow the price to fall below that level. Neither will the algorithms, because you have to remember that 50% to 80% of all trading volume every single day is done by algorithms. So we are, like, the sooner you understand that, just try to trade along with the algorithms, the better off you're going to be in trading. So assuming this low becomes protected, set your stop loss right below that level, and I do believe that GRT is going to pop off. The first take profit target for you guys is going to be at about 0.79. The next one is going to be at about 0.84, 0.9, 0.95, 1.07, 1.18 and 1.53. You're going to want to mark down all of those levels, and if all of these levels get hit, this would be about a 2x, my bad. I do hope that you guys are going to make some money off of this trade, but otherwise, just remember, if you want all the trading setups, make sure you check out the private Discord group. For now, may the gains be with you, my friend, and peace.